piece of shit! Crank it up! Spend all your time sucking on titties and sucking on pussy. Well, I got an idea. Learn how to throw the fucking football. Welcome to the show!
All right, horns up, metalheads. Time for another edition of Rockin' Metal Revival. We are back.
We're back. We took a week off.
We've been doing the show 10 years and only could come up with enough stuff for one best of.
I know. We're going to have to work on that, huh?
Wow.
And it's old. That was
old. We might have to get informative.
I know. We're going to have to try to be entertaining or something. Shit.
All right, today on today's show, we want to welcome kind of a guitar legend in the thrash field, wouldn't you say, bud?
No, I've never heard of this guy.
Alex Skolnick from Testament and a new band he's got together with Mike Portnoy. And
oh, yeah, I have heard of that.
Yeah, I've heard of him. It's called Metal Allegiance.
Great. Yeah, Metal Allegiance.
Yep, he's got
stuff.
Great stuff, and we'll talk to him next hour. We've got a lot of new music today. Did you notice that? We've got new music from Wasp. We've got new music from Seven Witches, Saint Asonia, Motorhead,
and that other band,
Metal Allegiance. We've got some from Wayland, Huntress,
Iron Maiden.
We've got a lot of stuff,
but we're not going to play it all.
Oh,
we're just going to talk.
We're going to try. Why don't we kick it off?
We're going to play?
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
Let's kick it off with a new one from A Sound of Thunder featuring our friend Veronica Freeman.
Oh, yeah.
The CD's called Tales from the Dead Side.
Okay.
Huh?
Yeah.
And this is a cover of Ronnie James Dio, The Last in Line.
Sounds like it's full of love songs.
It is. Here it is, The Sound of Thunder, kicking off this edition of Rockin' Metal Revival. Turn it up. There's brand new Iron Maiden from their CD, The Book of Souls. It's called Speed of Light. And, dude, I'm really looking forward to this CD coming out.
I know.
2 CDs. There's like a hardcover book that goes with it. And
oh, really?
I
should have just waited and went and bought the thing because I already pre-ordered it.
They're talking about 35 35 countries they're going to head to on this tour. You know what? I haven't seen Maiden.
Well, they got their own plane.
Yeah.
They got their own pilot.
Yeah.
Poor guy. I don't know how he can sing and then go fly for...
Well, it keeps them from having to talk to the guys in the band. That's probably how they get
That's
along.
how they... Yeah. Maybe
Exactly.
David Lee Roth should be driving
the bus.
Yeah. Instead of, sitting back there...
Being a
doing nothing.
All right, the new album is, like I said, called Book of Souls, and I like I said, I haven't seen Maiden since the Seventh Sign.
Yeah, I have.
Tour.
Man, I think Power Slave was the last one I saw him on.
So we're gonna have to go see Maiden when they come around.
Oh yeah,
definitely. Hey, coming up, you're gonna be going to see the Scorpions in Queensryche.
When is that?
September 26th in Chicago, I should say.
Okay, cool.
So,
it's a Saturday. That's cool.
I'm really digging the new Queensryche tune.
I can't wait for the new Scorpion stuff to come out too, man.
Looking forward to that. A lot of good music coming out right now.
Yeah. It's a good year for metal, man.
Exactly.
Hard rock and metal.
Yep. So. And by the way, I was talking to our friends in Wayland the other night. Still trying to get them.
They're not your friends.
I'm trying to get them to do my birthday party again.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
And
nice.
I talked to Phil, and he said, "I'll tell you what. Do me a favor. Play our new single."
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Do they have a new single?
The new single's called Bloody Sunrise. They've been in Memphis in the studio this past 2 weeks working on a new album, and
nice.
Hopefully we'll see that a little later on this year. But right now, here it is, the brand new single from Wayland. This one's called Bloody Sunrise on Rockin' Metal Revival. There's our friend The V with Benedictum from the CD Uncreation and the number 4 on Rockin' Metal Revival. And that dude, I really dig the old Benedictum stuff. I've been listening to it a lot since she's going to be around here playing.
Yeah, hopefully she plays some of this.
Hopefully you play some of it.
Who knows, man? We'll see.
You've been sucked into the band.
Well, we haven't even got together yet.
Yeah.
Just working on figuring out the shit, but yeah. Getting there.
How
I'm so frazzled, dude. I got so many fires burning and not enough piss to put any of them out.
Yeah. Hey, now do you want to comment on Pete Wells playing?
Fuck, man, this dude is so good. Fuck, this is gonna be a nightmare. I can't play those. I'm gonna have to fucking come up with something else.
Maybe you can play some Tommy Thayer leads. That
I'm trying to talk
easy.
Rollin into taking more of the solos because I got the other part.
Well, the V's going to be here in town in September, doing some rehearsals with you guys, and maybe we'll just let her sit in on the whole show that week.
Yeah, we could.
Remember, the V is playing at the Drunken Monkey October 16th in Janesville, Wisconsin. It is a free show.
Free show.
That's
like nothing.
Doesn't cost you anything. Come on out. First 200. Place only holds 250 people.
Yeah. So, and they're not allowed to stack.
Yeah.
Because they could fit about 500.
500 if we could stack them, yeah.
Stack them in one
so
on top.
Come on out, show the V some love, be loud, be proud. And,
Hell yeah, have a good time.
Yeah. If you want to come out, show your boobs to Jerry. He likes that kind of stuff. What?
Yeah, I do.
You do, don't you? Yeah. If you're a Rock and Metal Revival listener and you're proud of your set, show them to Jerry.
All the guys are going to do it.
Yeah, Steve Raymer is going to be standing up there.
Check me out.
All right, let's get to News of the Weird.
Well, he got some new ones put in, I think.
Steve did?
Oh, no, he got a knee.
Knees, not boobs.
Oh.
Yet.
Okay.
All right, Florida man breaks into school so he can call grandma. Suspect punched a computer when he couldn't get to grandma on Facebook.
Huh.
Grandma would be proud. Now, the Florida man broke into a high school in hopes of finding a phone to call his grandma, according to police in Port St. Lucie.
And this is in what state again?
Florida. You know where it is, dude. Aaron D. Richardson, 19, was charged Monday night after officials in Treasure Coast High School reported that someone had broken into a concession stand and busted a computer.
What the heck?
Officers noticed a damaged fence near the school perimeter, as well as the computer, which looked like it had been smashed with a fist or foot. School surveillance video showed the man climbing the fence and driving a school-owned golf cart around the campus.
Nice. Well,
School officials identified the intruder as Richardson, a former student from the school.
who's that, Mick Brown?
No.
It wasn't Mick Brown?
But
he's good on the golf carts.
He's good on the golf carts, that's right. Let's see. Woman hires hitman because her grandkids got lice. Jeez. Police say the suspect admitted saying she wanted someone killed, but she said it was just a joke.
Well,
but she's from Florida, too.
She related to Phil Rudd?
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, call Phil Rudd. He'll take care of it. There's a Florida woman who's accused of trying to hire a hitman to kill a man she claims gave her grandchildren lice. Police in New Smyrna, Florida, said Pamela Vornsdale, 50, tried to hire her former son-in-law to pop the proposed victim, 22-year-old Dylan Lovelace, in the head and chest.
Really? For lice?
Yeah.
Wow. That's some serious stuff.
Van Orsdale's daughter was dating Lovelace, who is homeless and believes her grandkids caught the lice from him.
Oh, man. No, there's a version of lice out there that's freaking the medicine at the store won't do. You have to use something else, like olive oil or some kind of different shit.
Is that what all those bottles of Rid are for out there?
No, but Ashley was here, and my granddaughter had it, and she couldn't get rid of them. And then she fucking tried this home remedy, and it got rid of them. But kept buying all that stuff, and she was so pissed at the school because they couldn't do nothing because it's resistant to anything, man, except like propane. You don't want to do that to your kid.
Propane accessories.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, we're staying in Florida.
No, everything's in Florida this week.
Is it? Florida woman said she was kidnapped to get out of work. Dumbass. Panama City, Florida panhandle woman is accused of making up a lie about being kidnapped so she wouldn't have to return to her job as a night shift nursing assistant.
Sounds logical.
Yeah, in news release, the Panama City Police Department said its officers and other agencies spent several hours.
No, I got a cold. I got kidnapped.
I always write out an excuse from Dr. McGillicuddy.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. The News Herald of Panama City reports a concerned coworker noticed Brooks didn't return from a break and called to see if she needed a ride back to work. Brooks told her she was being held against her will by her boyfriend. Police found Brooks. She told them that she had made up the story because she didn't want to go back to work. She was arrested. It's not known whether she has hired a lawyer at this time.
What kind of job would she have that she had? Man, she must like...
Sounded like she was wiping the ass of old people.
Yeah, it must have been. Must have been doing something very bad to freaking want to get out of work that bad.
Yeah,
Jeez.
No kidding. And last but not least, porn star Kayla Cupcakes flashes judge in Florida courtroom. A Florida judge got to see more evidence than he expected on Thursday when the accused woman flashed her breasts in court.
Way to go.
Susan Surratt, 54, was arrested Wednesday for disorderly intoxication in Fort Lauderdale. She
Take a look
appeared
at these.
in Broward County Bond Court Thursday via video feed. At one point during the hearing, Judge John Hurley asked Surratt what she did for a living. She replied that she worked as an escort and a porn star under the name Kayla Cupcakes.
Kayla Cupcake.
During the hearing, Surratt alleged that she was a victim of police brutality and lifted up her shirt to offer proof.
Okay.
After the visual demonstration, Surratt told the judge she has a mental condition.
Do these look like the tits of a criminal?
No, Jerry, those don't. Will Harry. Her attorney...
I forgot to wax.
Yeah. Her attorney told the judge that she needed help. She's not going to get the help that she needs in jail. The judge ordered her to pay $100 bond and to go undergo a mental evaluation. That's not too hard, is it?
No, I don't think so.
No?
Not in Florida.
Didn't you have one there?
What's your name? Kayla Cupcake? Yeah.
Have you looked her up on the Pornhub?
No, I haven't, but
under the name Kayla Cupcakes?
Kayla Cupcakes.
All right, make sure you check that out. All right, that ends up... Whoa. Years of the weird.
All right,
let's get on a new tune. Hey, this album I'm looking forward to. Yes, thank you, Florida. Otherwise, we would have nothing on this show. New Wasp coming out.
Yes.
And we've got the new single. It's called...
I haven't even heard this yet.
Last Runaway. It's brand new music from Wasp on Rockin' Metal Revival.
Is it a disco tune now?
It's a ballad.
Ballad? Oh, sweet. I love their ballads. He's got such a lovely singing voice.
Better than Bret Michaels.
That's true.
Here's your latest hard rock and metal news on Rockin' Metal Revival.
All right, kiddies. Get up to the speakers. It's time once again for talking real metal news you can't use.
Make sure to put the headphones on.
That's right.
Put the headphones on your kids, too,
Yeah.
man. Don't be hogging
don't
it
wanna
all to
miss
yourself.
any of this.
Share this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
First story, Black Sabbath's Tony Iommi spends time in glass box for cancer awareness.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool of him to do.
To highlight the loneliness.
Yeah.
Cancer patients.
Cancer sucks, dude.
Yeah. Cancer sucks big time.
Yeah, we're not... Yeah.
It's the worst.
Scorpions partner with Yahoo to stream concert coming up September 12th. You gonna watch it?
I might have to.
You might have to.
I might have to.
This guy
Get a
might be...
preview.
This guy right here next to you might be the coolest motherfucker in the world. Dave
Who's it?
Grohl.
Oh, Dave's pretty cool.
Yeah, he calls out...
I'm not a Foo Fighter fan, but I am kind of...
I'm a fan of him.
a fan of him,
Yeah, calls out new bands for playing short shows.
Yeah.
He says...
Well, they only got 2 songs they can play.
Well, he goes, 2 hours? Give me a break.
Oh, yeah, he plays, 6?
Did you see what he did to the West Baptist Church?
Oh, yeah, they
He rickrolled him.
That was awesome.
And then the other night, some guy had a sign in the crowd that says, "I'm celebrating my 50th birthday. I want to have a beer with you."
Oh, yeah.
Dave called him up on stage. He had a beer, and he said, "Now, move on. I got to get back to work."
Yeah. Nice.
Corey Taylor says he is both the most loved and hated person on blabbermouth.net.
Well, he says a lot to get on there, I
Yeah,
guess.
he says what he feels.
Yeah.
Jeff Tate on Queensryche Split. I wish it could have ended civilly. That's
Yeah.
your fault, douchebag.
Yeah, exactly. You could have said, you know what? I'd like to go do my own thing since you guys don't really want to do what I'm doing. Feel like doing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he could have easily done
David
that.
Lee Roth did it
Instead of
with Van
fighting
Halen
over
instead of
money
being a
and shit.
douchebag and
Yeah.
spitting on people.
Yeah.
Pussy. Rudy Sarzo no longer plays with Jeff Tate. Did you read that article?
Oh, yeah.
Didn't sound like that was a cool thing either.
No, he just kind of, I don't blame him,
AC/DC has strange connection to... What?
I'll tell you later.
AC/DC has strange connection to Ashley Madison hack.
Oh.
Now, did they get your name on there?
No, I
Okay.
didn't do that.
All right.
No, why would I do that? But that's fucking I guess when they found the guy who found out they got hacked, he opened his account and that's what he heard Thunderstruck. Fucking Thunderstruck video hit and then discovered all the shit was everywhere.
Ozzy Osbourne, Dave Navarro guest on new Billy Morrison album called God Shape Hole.
Nice.
That's nice.
Got Ozzy working.
Yeah.
Cool.
Iron Maiden and the Book of Souls go jumbo on massive 2016 World Tour. We really got to see that. We got to make that a priority.
I hope it comes around here
Yeah.
closer than Chicago.
It's going to be, it'll be Chicago or it'll be that hole over in the ground Alpine Valley. That place sucks.
Yeah. No.
All right. Disturbed singer says smoking pot has helped him open the doors to the creativity of his mind.
It works for me, too.
Yeah.
It works wonders, man.
Yeah.
I'm creating shit all the
time,
man.
Century Media to be acquired by Sony for $17 million. I don't know if that's a good thing or not.
Oh, $17 million. It's like, wow.
Vinnie
Cheap.
Paul denied entry to New Zealand bar after refusing to remove his bandana.
That's because he's bald or that's where he keeps his weed.
Yeah. Iron Maiden's new album includes songs inspired by Robin Williams.
Yeah, there's supposed to be a song on there.
Except
Tears of the Clown, I think.
Is
called.
it?
Something like that,
cool.
yeah.
Except wrapping up Blind Range Tour, preparing to start writing next album. They never even got close to us on this tour.
No, man, I tell you. How can they...
I didn't.
And getting ready to throw another album. Take a break. Relax this fucking head.
Nah, they've been
Can't
putting out a
afford
couple
it.
good albums, dude.
Yeah.
All right,
Hopefully.
Sebastian Bach performs with Kiss tribute band at his wedding reception gala. I bet you Tommy Thayer was in that.
Yeah, probably.
Big night.
Yeah.
And George Lynch says...
You sure that wasn't Ace?
No, Ace doesn't play in a...
Oh.
He doesn't play in a tribute band.
Oh, okay.
George Lynch, classic Doc and reunion talks are once again underway. They just either need to do that or shut the fuck up about it.
Yeah. You should get off the pot.
Exactly.
You know? Or everybody get on the pot and you fucking get along.
Either just
a lot
do
better.
it or fucking get over it.
Yeah.
Right?
I guess.
Okay. Sure. All right. So that winds up talking real metal. Coming up next hour, we're going to talk to Alex Skolnick and talk about the new Metal Allegiance album. But right now...
And there's a Cruise or something too, yeah.
Axes and Anchors.
Yeah.
We'll talk to him about that. But right now, here is Anthrax. This is Lone Justice on Rockin' Metal Revival.
This portion of Rockin' Metal Revival is brought to you by...
I invented my own kind of grass, too. Do you know that? Look at this. This is registered. Carl Spackler Bench.
Oh, yeah, I've felt grass like this before. I've played on this.
This is a hybrid. This is a cross, bluegrass, Kentucky bluegrass, featherbed bench, and Northern California sensimilla. The amazing stuff about this is that you can play 36 holes on it in the afternoon, take it home, and just get stoned to the bejesus belt that night on this stuff.
There's brand new music from Motorhead called Thunder and Lightning on Rockin' Metal Revival. You know, we kind of wanted to take off this hour a little mellow there.
Yeah, really kick back and
relax and not get you.
A little bit. Yeah,
little,
want to keep your heart rate down.
Yeah, a little
keep
Pantera, a little Metallica, a little Motorhead. So, Mike, what do you think of these new tunes we're playing?
I'm liking them.
Dude, I like new music, man.
Yeah.
It's good. I like when bands put out new music instead of keep rehashing the shit over and over and over again.
Instead of resting on your laurels.
Laurels, yeah.
Or Hardys or whoever.
Whatever.
Whatever you want to rest on.
Exactly.
I don't care.
Well, hey, we had the pleasure and the privilege to talk to Alex Skolnick. He is it a new super group, you'd kind of like to call him.
There's a huge bunch of people involved in this.
With, Mike Portnoy's one, and Phil Anselmo, and there's a lot of people on this.
Yeah, a lot of Tony Franklin, I think. Is he in there?
Yeah,
there's a lot of people.
So we're going to talk to Alex coming up. The band is called Metal Allegiance, and this is the first single. It's called Can't Kill the Devil.
Yeah, you can't.
You can try.
Yeah.
But you just can't do it.
Well, you think if anybody could, Metal Allegiance could.
That's right.
You know, you get all these metalheads
They're like
together.
the Super Friends.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
They should have a cartoon.
That'd be awesome.
We'll
think about that. All right, here's Metal Allegiance. This is their single, Can't Kill the Devil, on Rockin' Metal Revival. There's brand new music from the Metal Allegiance on Rockin' Metal Revival. The song's called You Can't Kill the Devil, dude. And, man, it's good to hear some ass-kicking rock and roll again, isn't it?
Good stuff, man. I'm really digging this.
And it is an all-star event, and we are lucky enough to have on the phone with us Alex Skolnick of Metal Allegiance. You might know him from maybe a little band called Testament.
Oh, I think I've heard of them.
Yeah, welcome to the show, Alex.
Oh, thanks, guys. Good to be on the show.
Hey, Alex, how does a group like Metal Allegiance, how does this all come about? I mean, it just amazes me when all this talent gets into one room.
Yes. Well, it wasn't. We weren't literally in one room. Although the truth is, four of us were in one room.
Okay.
And I think that's why the record has that quality. You know, you guys mentioned it, ass-kicking rock and roll, right?
Exactly.
Not enough of it. We miss it. We all know what it is. We know it when we hear it.
Mm-hmm.
And we grew up on it, and the four of us, myself, Dave Ellison, Mike Portnoy, and Mark Mengy, whose brainchild this project is, we locked ourselves in a room, and well, more specifically, we locked ourselves in Mike Portnoy's house for a week, and we were going to do an all-star. We were thinking about an all-star cover record, but we thought we would try our hand at some originals, and it just went so well. We ended up with more material than we knew what to do with. So that it really started as this small core band, and then we padded it with some of our favorite singers and guest musicians.
Well, now, Alex, when you put out a project like this, the first question everybody asks is, will they tour? It's got to be hard to tour when you've got, all you guys have such big commitments with your other bands.
Right. It's very funny. I just did a project, not like this sonically, but logistically. I did an acoustic album, my first. It's called Planetary Collision, and I have this amazing lineup of guests, a different lineup on every song, and it includes Rodrigo y Gabriela, Horacio El Negro Hernandez, and many others that are just like full-time touring artists. Mm-hmm. And I realized, I'll never do a show with everybody who's on the album. And it's so funny, the next project I do is Metal Allegiance, also, approximately half a dozen musicians. They're all over the place. No, we'll never do a show with I doubt it. Who knows? You never know. But we don't need everybody to do the songs. We're actually doing an album release show in New York on September 17th, and we have a good portion of the artists. I think we have like nearly half, and it's very easy. People can double up on songs, people with similar voices. I think we'll even do some shows with smaller lineups, and we'll just, we'll find ways of making it work. It's something, it doesn't require everybody who's on the record to pull it off.
Now, there's a cruise coming up in February, I think, which there's been a lot of rock cruises, but this one is like the coolest for us guitar fans. The Axes and Anchors. How'd you get involved in this?
Axes and Anchors has a component of being the first cruise with the guitar enthusiast in mind. Mm-hmm. And I was honored to be part of the rollout of that. When it was first announced, it was Yngwie Malmsteen, Zakk Wylde, and myself. Mm-hmm. So that's like amazing company.
Yeah.
And it has there's a lot of other great guitarists that have been added, and we're all going to do guitar workshops as well as performances. I'm actually going to play there with my trio, which is more, it's instrumental music. It's more jazz rock. It's a little different than what you'll hear me do with Testament or Metal Allegiance. But I was, I was thrilled to be asked, and I think, since then there's some straight rock bands that have been added as well. So I think it's, it's going to have something for everybody. But and you're right, there have been a lot of these cruises lately, but one of the reasons is, it's like combining the concert-going experience with going on holiday.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? And I think that's very appealing. I know it's fun for us as musicians. It's fun for the fans because, it's a little vacation. And they can bring their family. And even if somebody's not as interested in concert going, there's plenty of stuff for them to do.
Very cool. Hey, Alex, you talked about your jazz trio. I wanted to ask you, we know a couple other hard rock type guitarists who have also delved into the jazz projects a little bit. What is it about jazz and metal guitarists that it just seems to draw them?
Well, I think jazz is a very it has different meanings to different people.
Mm-hmm.
So, I think for me, it's more about a process of actually, the great jazz piano player Bill Evans said that jazz is a process. It's not really a style of music. Every time you go to hear a jazz artist, or at least somebody who's a legitimate jazz artist, a good jazz artist, it's going to be different. They're not going to play. The goal is to play it differently every time, to come up with something that sounds fresh and new. A good rock concert, it's the complete opposite. You want, the goal is to make it sound the same. If you have a good night of playing a rock set, well, you want to make it sound as close to that as possible the next night.
Yeah.
So I think for musicians, especially creative, restless musicians like myself and others, it's fun to play something different and just open it up and see where it goes. I think for me in particular, I like different sounds. I mean, I like to explore sounds that maybe guitarists like Wes Montgomery or Jim Hall did. I love the idea of taking a guitar and approaching it like a piano and playing melody and chords, and you don't need anything else. You can just play guitar, and it's elegant and very dynamic. Not very different qualities than are found in rock and roll. And most rock guitarists, when they say they explore jazz, it's usually like instrumental music. But sonically, it's not always jazz. I mean, I really like the elegant, clean guitar sound of jazz too, and it gives me a nice balance from just playing loud, distorted guitar. Which is great in its own way, but there's, it's not all that I listen to, and so why should it be all that I play?
Yeah. So are there any guitarists on this cruise that you're looking forward to hanging out with that you haven't had a chance to yet?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, Zach Wild is a character. He's always, got some great stories and great jokes. Yngwie Malmsteen, I don't know him well. But what a legend! I call him the guitar king of Sweden.
Yeah,
and,
arpeggio man.
He's interesting. He's never wavered from what he did.
Exactly. Yeah.
He's easy. It's easy to make fun of. Throwing the guitar around and the tight pants and everything. But you kind of have to give him credit.
Oh yeah.
He's never tried to, conform to anybody else's idea of what he should do. And Michael Schenker is, for a long time, he was one of my biggest influences.
Mine too, yeah.
And he actually, I recognize some of his influences I would read about, others I would sort of recognize, especially from his solo work. But, I would hear the influence of, say, Leslie West from Mountain, Jeff Beck, David Gilmour, and you can, it was Michael Schenker who inspired me to check out those players who became great influences. So that's really exciting, and I know there's more and more artists being announced constantly. I don't know if the lineup is set yet, but I think it's going to be a really great hang as well as a great musical experience.
Well, I'm a big Randy Rhoads fan, and I know you were on the Randy Rhoads Remembered CD, and you've done a few shows. But there's also going to be a show. Yeah. There's going to be a show on this.
And that's been great to do.
And there's going to be a show on this cruise, right? Mm-hmm. Do you know who else is going to be involved in that, or any of the other guitarists?
Well, I know Brian Tichy, the drummer.
Yeah.
It's his brainchild, and
Rudy Sarzo's going to be.
It depends who's available. I know the go-to bassist for that has been Rudy Sarzo.
Yeah.
which just makes it really special. There's the guy.
Oh yeah, the guy who played with him,
Randy Rhoads.
Yeah.
So unless Rudy, I don't know. I can't speak for them. I don't know what Rudy's schedule is. I know he's doing a lot of other stuff as well. But I think there's a chance he'll be on there. And I'm not sure who the other guitarists will be. I know I will be there, so I'll do my part.
Cool.
Hey, getting back to the Metal Allegiance now, Alex, you talked about maybe some shows with just a few members of the Metal Allegiance. What's the tour plan for this?
Right now, we're not looking at any set tours. I think we're looking at one-offs.
Okay.
We have a big album release show in New York the day before the album comes out, September 17th, the Best Buy Theater. The whole thing evolved from these special events at NAMM, which is the annual music convention, and other places. So I know we're going to be looking at a performance at NAMM.
That'd be cool.
In January. I know there is another event in October on the West Coast that is being looked at. It hasn't been announced, so I can't specify it. There's an event overseas that we're looking at. There's, I think that right now on the books there's at least a half a dozen shows that are just one-offs. It would be great to do a tour. I think we need the album to be out for that to happen.
Yeah.
And there's just to be a better idea of the music and what the project is and how we represent it on tour. Right now, it's such a new thing.
Yeah.
So it's very, promoters are very open to it, but we're not at the point where we can book the tour. And we also have these very challenging schedules.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because ultimately we want to try whenever possible to have myself, Ellis, and Portnoy on the tour, handling those duties. And then we're hoping to have, an extra drummer to switch off with, a second guitarist, and at least a couple singers. And everybody, involved either needs to be somebody from this album or somebody that's on the level of the people on the album. So it's a bit ambitious, but we want to play live as much as possible, and I know it's being looked at.
Okay, cool. Hey, I would be doing our listeners a disservice if I didn't ask what's up with Testament.
We have a bunch of music written. Things got very busy, not just with other projects, mainly because Testament had a lot of touring opportunities this year. We did our first shows with Metallica overseas. We did a whole month or so with Exodus, but we're actively discussing when we're going to be working on the record and the next record and have it. We want it finished before the year's end.
So the song "Can't Kill the Devil," do you think that could have benefited from adding some cowbell?
I hadn't thought about it, but the devil has horns in theory.
Yeah, makes sense.
Cows have horns, right?
Yeah. That's kind of how we were thinking of it.
Yeah.
It's a good idea. Well, we're a little late on that.
Throw that at Portnoy for maybe the live performance.
Yeah, he loves cowbell.
Exactly, live. There's no reason why it can't work.
So, before we get out of here, Alex, we're going to play another tune that you played on the Randy Rhoads Remembered, "Goodbye to Romance." Tell us a little bit about being involved in that project.
Yeah, well, that was a lot of fun. This has been a tribute to Randy Rhoads that's taken place at the NAMM show for the last couple years, and it evolved. And there have been some tour dates. I've been unavailable for a lot of tour dates, but I did manage to do a few of them last year with Rudy Sarzo on bass and many other great players. Randy was a huge inspiration on all of us, and he. To me, he is very representative of the ideal of a great artist and performer. He played with Ozzy. He played this very intense, wild music. He played for the quintessential rock and roll wild man. Yet he was a very sort of soft-spoken person. A classical guitar enthusiast. He would study in different towns and just really had his musicianship on a level that was more in line with instrumental artists. And I think he really sort of raised the standard for many of us. And it's such a tragedy that he's not around. And I think his playing would have gone many places. So it's just it's to be able to pay tribute to him is a real honor.
Well, that's very cool, Alex. We appreciate you coming on Rockin' Metal Revival, and we wish you all the success with Metal Allegiance and Testament and all the projects you're involved with.
Oh, I appreciate it. Thanks, guys.
There's brand new music from Seven Witches. It's called Better Days on Rockin' Metal Revival. And a lot of new music on the show today. I'm really enjoying a lot of this new stuff coming out. Some good heavy metal.
Cool.
Hard rock coming out. And speaking of that, on our next show, we want to welcome a friend of the show who's been on a couple times, Brandon Gibbs.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's going to be...
the Bee Gees.
No.
Yeah. And Barry. When are we going to get Barry on?
Barry Gibb?
Barry Gibbs.
It's Brandon Gibbs, not Brandon Gibb.
Oh, what's the difference? They're not related?
No.
Wow. Okay.
He's from the Devil City Angels.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah. So he'll be on our next show, and I got that to look forward to.
That's cool.
Make plans right now to come out and see the V as she comes to the Midwest on the Now or Never tour. She'll be in Janesville, Wisconsin, October 16th. Rockford, Illinois at Take 20 on October 17th, and she'll be rocking the stage at the Rockin' Skull Festival in Pekin, Illinois on Sunday, October 18th.
Crazy.
Yeah.
3 days in a row.
Should be right before the Bullet Boys, dude. We'll get to see our buddy Mark Torian.
Cool.
So
cool.
Got that to look forward to. Got a big weekend. Have a great weekend. We will see you next time. As we always say as we get the hell out of here, don't drink and drive.
Smoke and fly.
Peace.
This brings to an end another edition of Rockin' Metal Revival. If you enjoyed it, tell a friend. If you didn't, tell two. Until next time, this is Rockin' Metal Revival.
Fuck you guys, I want to get out of here.
To catch the whole show of Rockin' Metal Revival, all you have to do is check it out on these affiliates. Mega Rock Radio's on Saturdays from 11 a.m. Eastern Time, and on Uncontrolled Noise Tuesdays at 1 a.m., Thursdays at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, and on Saturday nights at 7 p.m. Eastern on UncontrolledNoise.com. And make sure that you leave them a message and tell them that you found Rockin' Metal Revival on their stations. Enjoy this edition of Rockin' Metal Revival.